darkness. A balance.
It's so much bigger. I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
So,
We just watched that trailer.
Star Wars is being interesting again today.
Oh man, Last Jedi.
Last Jedi apparently has a lot more of the finality to it than we had realized before.
You know, I always thought that, you know, you hear the title Last Jedi, you're like, oh, maybe Luke's gonna die. Like that's the first thing. Okay, Luke's about to die. That's it. It's over. And Rey's gonna be the last Jedi.
Or then there was that thing for a while where people thought it was plural, so that
Yeah.
the last Last Jedi's
Yeah,
really,
uh-huh.
where it's like oh, Luke's gonna train Rey up and be another Jedi, and now there's gonna be two of them, and the two of them collectively are the Last Jedi.
No. This is
No,
entirely different.
It's completely different from that. The Last Jedi apparently doesn't mean the last remaining one; it means the last ever.
Yep.
And that's terrifying because what happens in 9 then?
This is, you know what? There was something interesting in that trailer, right? So Luke asks Rey, "What do you see? Light, darkness, balance."
Yep.
What if Luke decides, you know what? Maybe what got us into all this trouble was the Jedi itself. So screw the Jedi. I'm gray now.
I mean, the Grey Jedi are still. They still have the moniker Jedi. They still go by.
I mean, yeah, but it isn't the same as the traditional Jedi that we know about.
Okay.
Maybe.
New theory on the spot here. Kylo Ren becomes a Grey Jedi. Luke dies. Right?
Yeah.
That's the last of the light. Kylo Ren isn't truly on the dark side. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's still kind of struggling to try. He wants to go to the dark side, but the light is still calling to him. He renounces both, goes middle of the road. He becomes the balance of the universe.
Okay.
Galaxy, whatever.
I want Rey to go bad. I really want that.
I still feel like I don't really know what Rey's character is. Because, looking back on 7, there's 15 different writers trying to figure out who she is on their own. Because, she goes from the whole, oh, I gotta, stay on this planet because maybe my family comes back, and, I must stay here and be loyal and stay put.
Yeah.
And then they get, to the Millennium Falcon, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, I want to go out and explore the galaxy. You know what this means. Then they land on the planet with the crazy toad lady, and Finn tries to run away, and she's all like, how dare you run away from your responsibilities? Do you have no sense of, self-integrity?
Yep.
Then shit starts going bad, and she runs away from her responsibilities, and it's like, I just don't know what her character is, so I don't really feel like, I don't know what to expect from her. I don't know what her character is supposed to be.
Do you think that she might be confused? Hey, Luke, I'm here to train and become a Jedi because I hear you're the best one. I mean, the only one left, but I'm here to train with you.
When you're the only one, you're the best one. It's good enough.
I'm here to train with you, Mr. Hero. And then he's like, yeah, how about we don't do this whole Jedi stuff anymore,
The Jedis are so last season. Let's move on and be, middle of the road people. Let's be weird and different. And I don't know how to feel about any of this stuff.
This kind of completes the family tree. Father, son, and and nephew are all like in the same page. Like, yeah, the Jedi are not that great.
Yeah.
You just, oh my gosh, these Skywalkers, man. Skywalkers keep screwing everything up.
The Skywalkers are the reason for the entire problems in the galaxy at this point. And it all started with little bitchy Anakin and his distaste of sand.
I don't like sand.
It's coarse and gritty and it gets everywhere. Or what's the actual line?
It's coarse and rough and it
rough
gets
and
everywhere. Yeah.
rough and gritty, same thing, right?
Yeah, sure.
But
that was...
But this trailer, honestly, alright, so we see someone rediscovers the old Jedi.
Yeah, it's
teachings.
probably, I mean,
I imagine...
Wasn't Luke in The Force Awakens supposedly looking for the last Jedi temple, for the first Jedi temple?
Something like that.
So maybe that's where they are?
I mean, that could be it. It also looks like that was an underground place, so I'm thinking maybe that island they're on is only like the entrance to like an entire underground secret temple-based thing.
Yeah, it could be.
And if that's where they go, like we saw 4 pillars, and then it was a book or a map or something, and a gloved hand touching the old Jedi symbol. That could just be like a case of let me show you our secrets, and then that's where the training kicks off. I did see at one point, I don't know, Rey's kind of swinging a lightsaber around on that cliff.
Oh, that shot's amazing.
That shot's an incredible shot, but you can see Luke kind of distancing himself from her. Whereas,
maybe she's kind of rough with that. She's like, I don't want to lose another hand, man. Like,
that could be, but it's like, if you remember Luke's training with Yoda was on his back for half of it. The only time Yoda ever distanced himself from Luke at all was when Luke had to go through that stupid tree thing, discover his deepest, darkest secrets.
Do you remember that picture about a year ago where Daisy Ridley was carrying Mark Hamill on her back, and she just got the face of like, get off me. I can't
she looked
do
like
this.
She was in pain.
So
but
I don't think she could do that.
No, but what I mean though is Yoda was very close throughout the entire training of Luke.
Yeah.
Luke, in that the 2 shots we've seen of him directly interacting with Rey, has been a little bit more distant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pause.
So
all right. So this shot.
So yeah,
right
there's
here.
a shot.
So there's. You see how they're. You might want to put a screen cap of this or something in.
Yeah.
But there we have Rey hanging out by a rock, which I thought that rock was Mark at first, closer to the foreground. Apparently, it's just rock.
Yeah,
but then Luke is way out there to the side on the right, super far away from her. Whereas, Yoda would be right there.
Yeah,
if it was Luke and Yoda, Yoda would be right next to him, giving him teaching from there. Luke's way off on the distance. I feel like he's trying to distance himself from this whole Jedi thing in general, and it's it's a really this shot kind of shows where the whole movie is going to be going anyway.
That is true. I mean, yeah, he did run away from
everything.
So
well, he also he had a repeat of Anakin happen with Kylo Ren.
Now it's happening with himself. Yay!
But yeah, this is really interesting. And then we saw a bunch of ships getting blown up in space.
Yeah, I love that shot of the ships with the smoke underneath.
Now, all right, so that red smoke, that was more of them tearing up the ground, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
So it wasn't that they were spewing out red smoke, because we saw one of them kind of smash into the ground.
Yeah, and the smoke came out.
Puffs came up. And I don't know what they were doing exactly, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess. That's where the new Rebel base is, because if the base is underground, you tear up the roof and then you drop bombs on it, and you blow up all the ships that are hiding out. Which we saw a lot of ships blowing up while underground. So yeah, you see how that one hits.
It goes,
but then all of them have spikes
that little thing underneath. Oh, and Finn.
And
he's passed out.
He's still passed out. He got hurt at the end of 7.
What happened again? With a lightsaber on its back.
Yeah, so he's I'm guessing that looks like a medical tube, a space age medical bait.
Yeah, you cannot just walk off a spinal lightsaber injury.
No. But it definitely looks like he's still. It looks like he's still kind of just recovering from that. I don't know if this is a full body cast or if that's some next level cryostasis kind of suit. But yeah, he's still how do you say knock the fuck out?
Yeah,
And-
he's gone
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like he's out, and then you see pilot guy running towards his
It's Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron, that's his name. You saw Poe running towards his X-wing.
Yeah.
He gets there, and then
Everything gets blown to pieces.
everything gets blown up, and then he braces. Like you can see the explosion a little bit. Like as he's running towards it already, you can see. There's no way to back up. And see
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but like I do like the First Order is like absolutely like trying.
Even, like you see how like he was running
Yeah.
towards it, then it blows up. Then ships Millennium Falcon still being a badass.
Because it's a Millennium Falcon.
It's a Millennium Falcon.
It's-
Like it's the ship that did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
Yep. Just with no Solo.
Don't you dare
So
remind me.
remember that. There's no Han Solo piloting that ship right
Don't
there.
You shut your whore mouth.
He's dead.
And let's see, what else was there? Oh yeah, the TIE fighter is also like you can still see like something's clearly happening. Like this looks like it's an air raid on a base.
Oh yeah.
Rey, but like Rey's off on her own while this is happening. As far as I can tell, like Rey's still. We see Rey training with Luke,
And Rey.
air raid, and now Rey is running around somewhere. Like I'm guessing
yeah.
she's not present for all that. That's happening
No.
while she's training. Which didn't the same thing kind of happen with Luke and Yoda, where
where like Luke was with Yoda the whole time, and then he just left on his own.
and then he left, and like he arrives in the middle of the battle for
in Castle no
No.
Cloud City.
yeah, that's one.
Cloud City, yeah.
It's like he shows up midway through that the whole thing happening, or no, didn't he?
No, he was straight to Cloud City. Because he sends there in danger, and then he just goes there, and then he confronts his daddy. He's like, "Oh, I'm your father." Oh no!
You're right. All right. Where did so did he leave for Yoda from Hoth then? Am I getting that backwards?
No, Yoda was in.
No, but all right. So he either left Hoth or arrived to Hoth.
Oh yeah, he
immediately
was in
before.
Hoth. He started in Hoth, left straight from Hoth to
Whatever planet
to
Yoda
Yoda.
on.
and then he went from there to Cloud City.
Okay, so that's the way that went then.
Yeah.
Right, but so yeah, it's like same thing. Like I can see this kind of like the Yoda Luke being reflected in Luke Rey. You know.
Yeah, we could say that.
So, but the only difference being that Luke is a way more distant. I mean, like, same thing's happening here. Before Luke came along, Yoda was the last Jedi of that order, trained
Yeah.
up Luke, and now Luke is the last Jedi of that order, training up Rey.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, I'm just seeing, like, a lot of really weird,
A
like,
lot of parallels.
yeah.
Now Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren, face still got scratched up from where Daddy last touched him.
Yep.
Looks a lot more pissed off than before.
A little less whiny. Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen him yet,
He
so
gives me-
we can't say that for sure.
I don't know, his expression in that one shot, he kind of gives me that like Anakin goes to the dark side, and if you look closely, he does have the yellowish.
I think that
Eyes.
yellowish is just a reflection of the giant red lightsaber in front of him. That probably takes up like 90% of his vision in that like pose. He's sticking it straight out from him like that. There's no way that he sees anything except for a lot of red light. Yeah, that reflection
Yeah.
you see how that's the lightsaber curving.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but I don't know, he does kind of give me that like Anakin vibe
I mean, like-
at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Just
I mean, he honestly like he does look a lot like Anakin. Like this,
even the hair. Yeah.
even
Actually,
that,
yeah.
like the hair, like all of this, even like the eye
The
scar,
scar?
kind of like
Yeah.
it looks a lot like Anakin, which is really terrifying because if shit goes bad, then shit goes bad, and now we have another angsty teenager trying to be a Dark Lord of the Sith.
I mean, although I did find it interesting when the whole like darkness thing was going around, you saw his helmet just broken to pieces. So is he just gonna leave that whole helmet just like
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I remember.
like
It's a bit more.
It's a bit-
Nope.
nope.
Nope. You're too far
Nope.
back. It's forward. Light.
It's just way too more.
Dark. There.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's Darth Vader's helmet completely smashed.
No, I think that's Kylo's helmet.
Is that Kylo's?
Yeah, because Darth Vader has the whole Holy Spirit thing. Kylo Ren has that like whole like trim around his eyes.
Oh shit, that is Kylo's helmet.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah. Yeah, Kylo's helmet just completely got
Plus, do
smashed.
you think he would like destroy his grandfather's treasure? I mean, dude's like a Darth Vader fanboy.
I mean, he might have. Shit, you're right. That is all right. So that completely changes all my thoughts on that. So if he's so then he's renounced.
Maybe
Kylo is going to be a great Jedi. He's renounced light before, and now he's renouncing dark.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what.
So he's going to turn into a great Jedi. That or just a murderous psychopath.
Or he's just Zuko. I mean, I'm going with the whole Zuko thing for.
See, the Zuko
for
thing
him.
would be cool, but like at the same time, I kind of want to see a great Jedi in the movies.
I can understand that. I mean, yeah, he could be. So could Rey eventually. Maybe also Rey sees her Rey's like, you know what? Maybe this whole Jedi thing is not for me.
Right.
So.
And why is it still okay?
Yeah.
Your Mac is weird.
Shut up.
But and then the end of the trailer after the whole, we see another space battle going on over a planet, like as if we have never seen those before.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't see any big Death Star things, so that's good.
Yeah, luckily they're not building a fifth one.
Like it didn't work once.
It didn't work once.
Work twice. Didn't.
The third one didn't work.
Just stop.
But this one's bigger, so it's the big thing before that was bad. Now we have a bigger thing that's badder thing. It's fucking stupid.
I remember. I love that should have ended the thing where they have like here's the first Death Star, here's the second Death Star, and here's Star Killer Base. You just make a giant giant Mickey Mouse with the Death Stars.
Yeah,
like
there's a great I think it's Spoilers Ahead was the guy. It's a lot like douchebag, the old old Sanity Not Included guy. He did Star Wars 7, and he did the same thing. Like Death Star 1, Death Star 2 is bigger. Death Star, Star Killer Base, which is Death Star 3, is bigger. And when the bad thing is bigger, it's badder.
Yep.
Fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid, man.
But that last shot at the end with just Luke's just saying that the Jedi must die.
Yeah.
Like that,
and he's in a doorway. His body's facing out. He's looking back. It's very clear. Again, that's a very cinematic way of showing I'm leaving. I am out. This is it. It's over kind of way. And I don't know how to feel about this because I'm like, they have a 9 planned.
Yeah.
They have a Han Solo movie planned.
Yeah, but Han Solo has nothing to do
and
with
they
this.
have, but there's so much more Star Wars still planned, and now it's like they're kind of kill off the Jedi, which are the big central piece of this whole thing.
I mean, things can always change. We had Rogue One, which had a movie with no Jedi in it.
It's fair enough.
And I can assure you Han Solo will have no Jedi.
I don't know. It's just a central part of Star Wars has always been the Jedi, the Sith, the Force users, all them. And, yeah.
Oh, maybe they just want to showcase how things are not always just black and white and there's a gray area where we must all just abide to.
Right.
So, I mean, we're just getting really philosophical right now.
In any case, we've gone for many minutes.
Yeah.
So, any closing remarks?
I'm very excited. I'm very, very, very excited for this.
I will say this one thing, and I mean this one thing. I went into episode 7 completely blind.
Yeah.
Right. You looked at all the trailers.
Yeah. Which, let's be honest, which actually didn't spoil anything.
But
really.
you looked at all the
all the promotional material. Yeah.
Promotional material. I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to look at every single piece of promotional material, and I'll get back to you after I've seen episode 8. I'll get back to you on which one I like more, 7 or 8, just depending on how much I knew about it beforehand. I know you say that the promotional material doesn't show much, but I mean, even this, this shows a major plot point, which is, it shows 2 major plot points. Kylo Ren destroys his helmet, potentially leaving the dark side. Luke Skywalker wanted to end the Jedi. That's 2 big things that are happening right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I feel like those might have been bigger twists that if I hadn't seen those in promotional material, they would have had a bigger impact me on my first viewing of the movie.
I feel there might be more to this that, of course, they're not letting on.
Of course, there's more.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the idea of what's happening there is I don't know how that's going to impact my experience But now that I know something, I feel like that I'm going to be expecting those things to happen, and when they happen, then it's not going to be as big of a whoa kind of moment as they would have been if I had just not seen them at all.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I understand.
So
We'll see. Let's experiment with this.
I'll get back to you in December on which way I like more.
Oh, and the poster looked really cool.
And of course the poster, which I've been calling that pose that Rey pulls off. I've been calling that the Tron pose for years, and we just now before this looked it up. It apparently Star Wars did it first.
Yeah.
So really, it's a Star Wars pose, but I've always associated it with the Tron pose. Also, the blue lightsaber turns into a red one.
Yes, it does.
So
and you have Luke and Kylo Ren on opposite sides of the.
And Luke is a lot bigger than Kylo.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't show something else, but.
Well, on that note, thanks for watching, listening, whichever. And
we'll talk about more Star Wars: The Last Jedi as things come along
let us
later
know
on.
your thoughts in the comments, or maybe tell us how we're complete idiots and don't know what we're talking about at all.
Put your theories down here, because I like reading theories. Just post them down here, please.
And in the meantime, we'll catch you all in the next one.
Right,
See ya.
Bye.